This week on The Splash, we learn some helpful tips from the fire department. Then we get an update on traffic in our area. And later we take a trip to see some local spooky scarecrows. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories. Also that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. The West Bloomfield Fire Department is dedicated to making sure residents know how to stay safe. Recently, they had a successful open house. Reporter Ryan Younglove has the story.
The West Bloomfield Fire Department had their annual open house in celebration of Fire Prevention Week. This year's theme is Planned 2 Ways Out. There were numerous activities that provided a great opportunity for kids and their families to come out and learn about fire safety and what to do in emergencies. Some of these activities included fun games, educational events, and a close look at the equipment used by the West Bloomfield Fire Department. There were also live demonstrations from firefighters themselves. This was a very fun and educational event for people of all ages in the greater West Bloomfield. This has been Ryan Younglove, reporting for The Splash.
We hope everyone feels better equipped to handle emergencies after attending the open house. To find out more about the open house, visit civiccentertv.com/openhouse2017. It's now time for an update on construction and traffic on Orchard Lake Road. Samana Sheikh has those details.
Right now I'm standing on Orchard Lake Road, and the west side of the road is still under construction. So far, the progress is a sewer installation. At the moment, Debbie Binder, the West Bloomfield clerk, will talk more about this progress.
Stormwater drainage system allows the water to be removed from the buildings and to be removed from the downtown area. Water that is not dealt with and removed from a system properly does create residual damage. So it's good for the residents to not have to spend more money repairing things that were damaged by water. Better to be proactive and remove the water up front than to deal with it on the back end.
Right now, the improvements are being done on the entire road. This will prevent any future flooding, and local businesses are happy with the construction so far.
The road will be much better for everything, for the traffic, for how they look. For sure that Orchard Lake will be much nicer. For the business too, it's going to improve the business for sure. So if we wait a little bit to be done, it's not bad at all because it's going to be much better.
Once the sewer installation is complete, pedestrian sidewalks will be installed. Construction should be completed by the end of November. Stay tuned for more construction and traffic updates. This is Samana Sheikh reporting for The Splash.
If you'd like to stay up to date on all the latest traffic reports within West Bloomfield, you can visit wbtownship.org and click on the Road Construction Updates tab on their homepage. Still to come, we see some local Halloween scarecrows and a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. Keego Harbor is starting a fun tradition this year involving both families and local businesses. I stopped by the Keego Harbor Parks and Rec to find out more. When it comes to holidays, Halloween is one of the most popular for people of all ages. Keego Harbor Parks and Rec created their first annual scarecrow contest for businesses and residents to participate in.
This is the first one we've had. And so we are delighted at the participation we got first time out. In the gazebo here we have organizations, and we only have a few here, but we have a category for businesses in town, and we have 7, possibly 8 participating in the business category, and then we have 20 participating in the residential category. So for a town this size, that's pretty awesome.
Getting people involved was easy, and entire families enjoyed making scarecrows for the contest.
People decorate here for Halloween, so it didn't take a lot to get them to go scarecrow specific, you know, put up a scarecrow and register it with us so that we know they're entering into the competition. And it's really given us the kind of response that we were hoping for. We really exceeded the expected response this year. All of these entries were families on the residential side, and every one of them mentioned, yeah, the kids had a ball doing this. Another tie-in with this is that on Halloween, Roosevelt, right across the street, does a Halloween parade. On Halloween, they all come in costume to school that day, and part of their fun is to come over here and parade around the gazebo, and Parks and Rec hands out candy. So this year there'll be extra decorations in the gazebo for them, and hopefully next year we'll have dozens of scarecrows in the gazebo for them.
With the overall theme of harvest time, some scarecrow designers threw caution to the wind with their unique designs.
We told them it was harvest time theme, and people just went totally creative and did whatever they wanted, but we got some really crazy stuff out there.
We will look forward to many more years of this fun and family-friendly tradition. I can't wait to see how this tradition grows in the coming years. If you'd like more information on the winners of the contest, you can visit civiccentertv.com/scarecrow contest. Now it's time for another episode of Sidewalk Talk, where Samana Sheikh spoke to Greater West Bloomfield residents about some of their favorite celebrities.
I'd love to hang out with Snoop Dogg. West Bloomfield, what celebrity would you like to spend some time with?
I would say Carl Edwards from NASCAR. I've met him a bunch of times going to NASCAR races. He's a really stand-up kind of guy, kind of a lot of fun.
I believe I would choose Harrison Ford. Number one, I love Star Wars, always have, but I'm probably aware that he would be really done with me if I asked him too many questions about that.
Probably Kourtney Kardashian, and because I love her kids and her, and I want to see her house.
I think it would have to be Jimmy Fallon, because he's hilarious and he's a good guy.
Yeah, I like to watch the Today Show, so like Matt Lauer.
I would probably say Steph Curry, because my son loves Steph Curry, and just to make him happy, I'd like to hang out with him. That's why.
Jennifer Lawrence, one, because my daughter's obsessed with her, and two, I just think she looks like she would be very down to earth, very fun.
I hang out with Bill Gates and learn a little bit about business from him. He's been pretty successful.
Definitely Beyonce or Rihanna, because I love both of them and I want to dance for either one of them so bad.
If you could hang out with any celebrity for a week, who would it be?
This would be a sports celebrity. It would be Tom Izzo, head basketball coach at Michigan State.
That's awesome. I actually know who that is.
Oh, that's exciting. Who can't know who that is?
I did have the opportunity to spend time with Olivia Newton-John, and she was a wonderful person.
Colin Kaepernick, because he's got a lot of guts.
I would say probably Jay Leno, because I find him profoundly funny and entertaining, and he doesn't stop. So I think it would be a lot of fun to spend a week or weekend with him and tour his cars, listen to his jokes. I just find him very funny.
Well, David Letterman's retired, but if he wasn't retired, I'd like to hang out with him because he's hilarious.
Some amazing answers there, West Bloomfield. Join us again next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Meeting a celebrity, well, it's always fun to dream. If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalk talk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. The Southeast Michigan Council of Governments is running a regional survey seeking input from Southeast Michigan residents to help develop a long-range transportation plan for the region. The results of this survey will help form the 2045 Regional Transportation Plan for Southeast Michigan, leading billions of dollars of investments in our area's transportation and infrastructure and operations. To take the survey, please visit simcog.org/RTP. Solicitors will be canvassing in West Bloomfield over the next several weeks. Comcast is canvassing now through November 10th on Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Active Environmental is also canvassing now through November 24th, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please be advised that these solicitors are approved to be canvassing in the area. For more information, please contact the West Bloomfield Clerk's Office at 248-451-4848. On October 18th, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., stop by the Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital for their ongoing Henry's Market on Main. You can find all the fresh food of a farmer's market right here in West Bloomfield. Locally sourced items such as seasonal fruits and vegetables, fresh bread, and local honey will be available for purchase. Also of interest are the various cooking demos throughout the event that will demonstrate how to cook fresh meals that accommodate your busy schedule. Also on October 18th from 6 to 9 p.m., be sure to stop by Gino's Restaurant for an Italian evening of good food and a good cause, a winning combo you won't soon forget. Enjoy Gino's gourmet food and delectable homemade wine. Seating is limited and tickets cost $50 per person, with proceeds to benefit the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society. For more information, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Be prepared to laugh and have a great time at Comedy for a Cause, happening on October 19th from 6:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the Berman Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets are $30 per person. The featured comedian is Dwayne Gill, with special appearances by Mojo from Mojo in the Morning and a live auction led by Fire Chief Greg Flynn. The evening includes hors d'oeuvres, cash bar, and of course, the live auction. To register, visit wbparks.org/comedy for a cause. On October 19th and 20th, you can experience the changing seasons at Marshbank Park while enjoying a tractor-drawn hayride into the sunset. The hayride costs $8 per resident and $13 per non-resident, and you must register for this event as it often sells out. The hayride will begin at 6:30 p.m. and the event concludes at 8 p.m. Additionally, there will be cider and the opportunity to make a craft under the picnic shelter. For more information and to register, you can visit civiccentertv.com/hayride. An evening of jazz and magic event will be taking place on October 21st at Orchard Lake Community Church from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Come enjoy some of your favorite jazz sounds and new tunes by the Sheila Landis Trio, and then be amazed by the magical prowess of John Michael Hinton. This event is sure to please all attendees. Tickets cost $15 per person. For more information or to purchase tickets, please call 248-682-0730. The next installment of an ongoing adult skill building class on the topic of addiction is being held in the Henry Ford Maple Grove Center on October 24th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. Come learn about how you can spot the signs of addiction in family members and what you can do to help them. This is a free program and no registration is required to attend this event. For more details, visit civiccentertv.com/adult skill building classes. And that's all for now. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned because afterwards I'll be talking with Matt Mullins from Doc and June, a new restaurant in Keego Harbor.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin, and joining me on the show this week is Matt Mullins from Doc and June, a new restaurant in Keego Harbor. Matt, thanks for stopping by, stepping out of the kitchen, stepping over here into the studio. We appreciate it. So for those watching, they may not know about Doc and June. It's a very new endeavor. Will you tell us in a nutshell what Doc and June is?
I'd love to. We opened June 1st, and we are very much a dual concept restaurant. We have a small deli and grocery store where we sell local art, produce, and of course deli foods. We also, that's a third of our place. The other 2/3 is very much a restaurant, and we combine the two based off a love story, Doc and June. Doc has his general store and June has her kitchen, and the history behind it started all the way back in the 1930s. 1930, 31, I can't tell you the exact date because we don't know for sure, but Doc Harper had a pub in this building called Doc's Cloverleaf Inn, and his wife would come in, and apparently she was known for having fantastic pies. And previous to that in Denver, Doc had a grocery store in the 20s. During the Depression, he was known, as rumor has it, to hand out groceries on credit and never collect the debt. So after the Depression, the capital was able to gain from that grocery store, bought him this bar, and we kind of heard this love story and wanted to recreate it a little bit. We knew that was our concept, Jen and I, and Brian Yaffa, who also is our third partner, and do something cool with it. So we gave Doc his grocery store and his deli back, and the other 2/3 we gave June a kitchen. We aged them a few years, and now we're sitting at June's table in the 1960s, and if she were able to afford 7 different meals in 7 different days, what would they be? And let's throw some modern ingredients into it. So that's what we did. We have some fun things like our bowl of balls, which is a traditional meatloaf but made into a meatball. And it sits on a bit of mashed potatoes and it has a couple different sauces to choose from. Our stuffed pepper, which is a slightly deferred from its traditional hamburger meat or chorizo, and we put a shredded beef in there and top it off with a red wine reduction. Just some fun staples like that, and our pot roast, which is awesome, actually came from my grandma's cookbook. So it was a lot of fun creating the menu and the concept itself. Jen did a fantastic job with the decoration in there. And we kept a lot of the dive bar, it became after the 60s when Doc Harper sold it, mentality by bringing back live music Wednesday through Thursday. We do a killer brunch Saturday and Sunday morning from 10 to 2. We have some great drink specials, fully loaded bar, and of course fantastic food. So the avenue that we're taking right now is just kind of finding ourselves and figuring out what the population wants and the demographics around us.
Very cool. So that's awesome. It sounds like you have definitely created a niche. You have a lot of historical aspects there as well. You have a broad menu, and you also do something really cool for the community as far as local talent with artists.
100%. Not only in our deli do we sell some fun earrings and knickknacks that soap per se, and postcards that are actually original prints, which is pretty cool, from local artists, but we have 2 vestibules on either side of the restaurant that are packed full of local artists from Keego Harbor and Bloomfield. And we sell it for them. We don't collect a commission. It's theirs. So they come in there, and that concept actually originated when we were halfway done building our patio. We saw a couple riding their bikes, and they stopped, Susan Emmerling and her husband, and addressed us on local art and wanted to team up with someone fresh and fun. She says, I think that might be you. And my partner, Jen, who's a freak for art, said, yes, please, let's do this. And we gave them the vestibules, and we have really since created a pretty fantastic courtship between the community and ourselves in that regard.
Yeah, I love seeing the support in the community and community members coming over, and maybe they don't even go into the restaurant all the time. They just go and stop in the deli sometimes and grab some items and leave there.
100%. And obviously we cater and we'll deliver. We just started a program where we're trying to team up with the school district right now in a couple different areas by doing a healthy brown bag lunch. Okay. We are now also delivering sandwiches, which for me right now I'm doing for free, to the police department and the jail. To the deputies down there. So it's really cool, our community outreach.
It sounds like you're really taking off with what Doc had started back in the Great Depression era, right? Helping people and helping the community.
Community involvement's number one for us, and family and love is basically the concept and the design of what we've created as a team. We don't want to deter from that. So.
No, absolutely. I love it. Everything's coming full circle there. That's wonderful.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. Once again, everyone, this is Matt Mullins from Doc and June, a new restaurant in Keego Harbor. Now let's head over to another of our recurring segments called Parenting on the Go, Teens and Technology, where I sat down with Paul Walton to discuss the importance of being safe with technology. Hello and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I'm Sheena Monnin, and joining me this episode is Paul Walton, Chief Assistant Prosecutor for Oakland County. Paul, thanks for stopping by today. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
I'm excited to talk about this issue of safety, looking at it from a different perspective. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So what do you see as some of the growing issues for teens and preteens concerning today's technology?
Well, technology is the issue. With parents, it's a matter of having conversations and sitting down with them on a pretty frequent basis and repeating the conversation. Kids find themselves, quite honestly, using the internet on a daily basis, and they can find themselves in some pretty tricky situations. So it's important for parents to have these discussions. For example, when your child reaches the driving age, you don't simply flip them the car keys and say, here's the keys, here's the car, gas is on the right, brake is on the left, dinner's at 8, good luck. What you do is you sit down and you talk with them. You talk with them about the rules of the road, how to approach an intersection, how to look both ways, what the signs mean, on and on and on, because you want to teach them to be a safe driver. And before you put your child behind a 3,000 to 6,000 pound car, you want to make sure they understand the rules of the road. In the same way, before you hand your child a tablet, a smartphone, a computer, you want to sit down and talk with them about the potential dangers out there as well, the rules of the road, so they don't find themselves in a dangerous situation, where they don't find themselves being victimized by some online predator, or find themselves in a situation where they are creating an online persona that may have some devastating consequences for them as they get older.
Wow, so there's a lot of things that kids should be doing safely on the internet. What about some things that kids should be avoiding when it comes to the internet?
Anytime you hit send for a picture, a text, a posting, you lose control of that image, that message forever. So be cautious about what you're saying about yourself, your friends, your family, your school, your community. Because every time you hit send, you say something about who you are. And that can have ramifications for you in the future, such as you say something hateful and you're on a football team, you can find yourself kicked off the football team. Mm-hmm. You say something, you engage in risky behavior, showing yourself drinking or fighting, and you apply to a university, you could find yourself not invited to that university. So before you hit send, look at what you're saying about yourself. And then decide if that's truly if that's appropriate to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. I would imagine a lot of parents are curious as to what their kids are doing online. Do you think it's appropriate for parents to spy on their kids online?
Well, that's more of a parenting decision. There's a lot of ways to sit down and discuss with your kids about what they're doing online. For example, some parents may want to look at the history on a daily basis. Other parents may find it more useful to do some type of parental monitoring system. And I know the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website is going to have information containing the various programs the parents may want to look at and decide if it's appropriate for them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing so much wisdom with us today, and I hope it's helpful to all the parents out there as well. And thank you all for joining us for this episode of Parenting on the Go. If you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, then make sure and visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouth.org. It's empowering to know new information that can keep us all safe online. For more episodes of Parenting on the Go, visit civiccentertv.com/parenting-to-go. Now it's time for our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Bill Bertakis, local photographer at Intel Bill Photography and shop teacher at Roosevelt Elementary. Whether you find yourself at an event indoors or outdoors, small or large, if it involves our community, you will invariably see Bill Bertakis there. Rarely is a resident so invested in the well-being of their community the way Bill is. He is known not only for his skills as a photographer, but also for the generosity and the positivity he spreads to all who know him. Bill has preserved years of our community's history through his photographs and coverage of our local events. His gift of photography has been a huge reminder of not only our local events and the happy memories involved, but also the way that community pulls together for both good causes and good times. Bill is a former Volunteer Service Award winner at the Michigan Week Awards Breakfast and takes great joy in capturing special moments at our local events, often gifting people with photographs on the spot that he has skillfully taken. Bill's continued positive involvement in Greater West Bloomfield is why he is our Person of the Week. And if you happen to know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. And that's going to do it for us this week. But remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.